With its awe-inspiring art, historical ruins, and fabulous food and wine, Italy is a top travel destination that tourists like me return to again and again. Ciao! Buongiorno! From the canals of Venice to winemaking in the mountains, our Italian adventure begins today. Word on the street is it's Clooney's wedding this weekend. Clooney Wedding Watch 2014,
yeah.
Full effect.
It's not a new thing for Venice because this place has always been the center of a certain world, so to speak.
With its dreamlike canals, architectural marvels, and rich history dating back to the 5th century, it's no wonder that this wonderland at only 5 square kilometers is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. And some would say the most important.
It is definitely a school by itself because many centuries, starting from Middle Age, made of Venice what it is, one of the most important cultural attractions of the world.
An embarrassment of riches, the entire city, along with its lagoon, is listed as a World Heritage Site. Venice was built entirely on water. So it's true, in Venice, there are no cars, only boats.
No cars at all. This is the last place you can reach with by car. From here, it's only a walk-in or just a vaporetto, as you can see on our right. That's a way to move in Venice.
Unmasking the mystery of Venice is easy enough if you know your way around this open-air museum. The first stop once you step foot on the island has got to be St. Mark's Square, or Piazza San Marco. It's the heart of Venice and best to visit late in the evening or very early in the morning. Palazzo Ducale, or the Doge's Palace, used to be the residence of the supreme authority, the Doge, until the fall of the Republic in 1797. Next stop, St. Mark's Basilica, one of the few religious buildings not meant entirely for worship, designed and built for one purpose only, to contain the body of St. Mark. And it's the second highest building in Venice. What's the first? St. Mark's Campanile, one of the most recognizable symbols of the city, originally used as a watchtower. Whether you walk across it or ride under it, the Rialto Bridge is not to be missed.
Ponte di Rialto, it's one of the most important monuments here in Venice. This bridge is 500 years old. As you can see, all the motorboats have to drive carefully. You can see on your right a very important building. This is the fish market.
Why is it so important, the fish market?
Because this is one of the hearts of the city. The city is quite small, and this is one of the, I would say, one of the centers of the city. Fish, as you can imagine, is a very important food here because, well, we are on the sea.
For lunch, live it up like the locals do and spend the afternoon on an Epicurean adventure in search of 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, Venetian's take on tapas. Baccari, or Venetian bars, serve up the bite-sized snacks that are priced just right at around €1 to €3 each. Every year, 20 million people visit the sinking city, yet only 60,000 Italians call Venice home. Venetians are vanishing, yet this well-preserved treasure is anchored with art, history, culture, and cuisine. Just 2 hours north of Venice, Italy, you'll find Trentino, a region with a winemaking tradition that dates back to 3000 BCE. With a history that started back in the Stone Age, Trentino Alto Adige is Italy's northernmost wine region, located on the Italian-Austrian border. In the 14th century, this Italian region was under the Austrian rule.
We have both Italian culture, so Italian art, but also German influences. This is very particular and very difficult to find in any other city in Italy.
If sparkling wine makes you feel divine, then you've come to the right place. We're in northern Italy, giving you a bird's eye view of the Trentino wine region. They make some amazing sparkling wines. Here's why. Set at the foot of the Alps, the mountain microclimates help Trento DOC make the best bottle of bubbly.
Trento DOC is a bottle fermented sparkling wine made with Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier or Pinot Bianco grape from the province of Trentino. What makes it unique is our territory and the mountains of Trentino. We cultivate the grapes on sloping vineyards at high altitude. This is the secret of the freshness, finesse and elegance of Trento DOC, the secret of its longevity.
Trento DOC was the first DOC appellation concession established in Italy for a Champenois wine and the second worldwide after Champagne. The history of Trento DOC began with the winemaker Giulio Ferrari that had the great intuition to understand Champagne and Trentino could have some similarities.
Giulio Ferrari brought the sparkling wine tradition to Trentino over a century ago.
The history of Ferrari starts in 1902, and it starts from a dream of a man called Giulio Ferrari. Giulio Ferrari created a small winery in the center of Trento, a few hundred meters from the Cathedral of Trento, and he wanted to create an outstanding bottled fermented sparkling wine with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grape coming from his homeland of Trentino. He had the great intuition because he understood that the territory of Trentino would have been a perfect land to grow Chardonnay and Pinot Noir for a bottled fermented sparkling wine. From this dream and from this intuition, everything started.
He really was the first person to bring Chardonnay to Italy, correct?
Absolutely. There is considered the man who really spread Chardonnay in all over Italy. Nowadays you can find Chardonnay from Trentino to Sicily, but he has been the first one really to bring Chardonnay into Italy and to spread it around.
A lot of times people think Italian sparkling wine and immediately they just think Prosecco, at least in the United States. Talk about the difference.
Prosecco is a méthode Charmat, so the second fermentation happens in stainless steel vats. In Trento DOC and in Ferrari, the second fermentation happens in the bottle. It is a metodo classico. It is a process that is much longer. Prosecco is a beautifully aromatic, fresh, fruity sparkling wine, but the metodo classico and the Trento DOC wants to be the pinnacle of the sparkling wine production in Italy because metodo classico can deliver higher complexity, higher elegance. I strongly believe that there is a lot to do in terms of creating a better understanding of the diversity of Italian sparkling wine in the world. Many years ago, all the Italian sparkling wine was considered spumante and were considered to be sweet sparkling. Now, most of the people think that all Italian sparkling are Prosecco. Italy has a lot of different territories and methods, and we create a lot of high-end, beautiful sparkling wines. Trento DOC certainly is proud to be the region with the longest tradition for creating bottled fermented sparkling wine, and Ferrari is the winery with the longest tradition in Trentino. So as leader in the market, we also feel the responsibility to promote a better culture of Italian sparkling wine.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a great pleasure for me to be here. Cheers to you. Cheers to Ferrari.
Cheers to you. Let's toast to the passion for wine in general.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.